Welcome and thank you for watching Metabolic Balance Information video. My name is Maruya and I am a certified nutritional practitioner and a metabolic balance coach. Here I will cover everything including what is Metabolic Balance Program, how does it work and what are the benefits of the program. At the very end, you will find the pricing and also what is included in the program. So stay with me till the end. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Before becoming a nutritionist, I was also struggling with my health and weight loss issues. Over the years, I had tried so many things to resolve these health issues as well as tried many diets to lose weight. However, nothing had ever worked the way I expected, and it was frustrating. Therefore, I decided to educate myself with all the holistic approaches to overall health. I also got additional certification in gut health and metabolic balance program. Since becoming a nutritionist and a metabolic balance coach, I have seen profound effects of improved diet on myself and on my family. Therefore, I decided to open my nutrition consultation named Holistic Shifa with a focus on helping women to improve their gut and thyroid health, balance their blood sugar, and also lose weight effectively. So, who I can help? Well, majority of my clients happens to be women, anywhere from early 30s to mid 40s, usually with hormonal imbalances, particularly thyroid and blood sugar imbalances. But one thing is common in all of them. Either they are confused about where to start or frustrated with failed weight loss attempts. If any of this sounds familiar, then keep watching because I know with my personal experience how it feels when nothing works. That is why I work with compassion and eliminate all the guesswork out and help you with easy to follow and highly individualized program so that you can feel more confident to get your health and weight loss goals. What is metabolic balance? The program was developed over 25 years ago by Dr. Funfack in Germany. It was originally designed to heal inflammation and help reverse metabolic syndrome in his patients while achieving optimal body weight. What is metabolic syndrome? Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions include increased blood pressure, increased blood sugar level, and excess body fat around the waist, also abnormal cholesterol or triglyceride levels. The program was designed by studying the chemistry of one's individual lab values, which is your blood work, and the chemistry of food, and then using food as a prescription. Metabolic Balance is an innovative, all natural nutrition program that brings balance to your hormones, optimizes your health, and leads to a new, invigorating lifestyle, resulting in successful long term weight management. To date, the program is managed by dedicated physicians and nutritional scientists. Okay, the foundation of the program is Metabolic Balance's unique capability to develop a truly personalized nutrition plan based on an in-depth analysis of your unique blood values, medical history, and personal likes and dislikes. Your personalized nutrition plan acts as a roadmap indicating exactly which natural foods you should eat in order to orchestrate the biochemical changes needed for reaching your desirable weight and health goals. Metabolic balance is 100% natural. There are no prescribed injection, pills, shakes, or proprietary food. You don't have to count any calories or points like other diet plans. Local grocery store and farmers market can easily provide all the wholesome, nutrient-rich food listed on your nutrition plan. Okay, so what to expect from Metabolic Balance Program? Well, most importantly, you start to losing weight more effectively. You will feel more energized. Your hormones start to balance, improved immune function, also potential reduction or elimination of the need for high blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetic medication. You will feel improvement in sleep, mood, and also less bowel and stomach problems. As well as I have seen results in reduction in allergies and food related intolerances, improved joint inflammation and pain. You can save dollars on your weekly grocery bills because the program pays for itself in just a few months. A potential benefits for the sufferers for polycystic ovarian syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Again, metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions include high blood pressure, high blood sugar levels, abnormal cholesterol or triglyceride levels, and excess fat around the waistline in men more than 40 inches and in women more than 35 inches. Also, metabolic balance has the highest success rate for lifelong health benefits and weight management. Okay, how does metabolic balance work? The foundation of the program is based on your unique lab values. The most important piece is that you get your blood work done in order for us to generate a customized nutrition plan for you. Past that, what you really follow is 8 daily rules, which are presenting here for you. I am going to dive deep into these rules for you. So, rule number one is exactly 3 meals per day. The number one hormone that we are working to regulate is insulin. That is why you eat exactly 3 meals per day, not more, not less. I assure you that you will be comfortable. Your meals are designed to keep you full in between, so there is no need for snacking, just lots of water in between meals. Rule number two is to ensure that there is 5 hours break between your meals. This is to give your digestive system and insulin a break between meals. Rule number three is to make sure that your meal lasts no longer than 60 minutes. This is for crazers. If you have few bites and you keep working, then have few bites and keep working between bites, and your meal lasts a long time. This could lead to unexpected craving later in the day because you are not focused while you are eating. You should focus on your meals so that you can fully enjoy your meal and feel satisfied. Our goal is to give your digestive system and insulin a break between meals. Therefore, it is ideal to complete your meal in an hour. Okay, so rule number four is always begin each meal with 1 or 2 bites of protein to have a long lasting effect on your insulin levels. When the stomach receives protein first, like fish, meat, then the pancreas reacts by secreting a hormone called glucagon. This hormone is an opposite of insulin and blocks insulin production as well as triggering a feeling of satiety. The result is a lower insulin level, which stimulates fat burning, blocks fat synthesis, and prevent hunger. In your meal plan, you will always find the protein like legumes, cheese, fish, poultry, yogurt, or milk. Rule number five is to be sure to have only one protein per meal and 3 different proteins per day. This is for the maximum absorption of the protein. In order to understand rule number five better, it is important to know the biological value. It is the amount of protein absorbed from a food which incorporated into protein of human body. When protein digests, it breaks down into amino acids. Our body uses these amino acids to make new protein. There are 8 essential amino acids. Your body can only absorb these essential amino acids when they are at equal level. So, for example, egg has a perfect score of 100. This is where your body will absorb 100% of all 8 essential amino acids. Biological value will start to decrease when we combine different proteins. For example, you can see that cow dairy is 91 and soybean is at 76, while the white bread is way down at 44. So we want you absorbing as much as possible of the 8 essential amino acids. And again, your body is capable of absorbing when all levels are equal. So this is why combining protein will decrease your ability to absorb. Therefore, it is very important to stick with one protein per meal. Rule number six is that it's ideal not to eat after 9 p.m. Of course, if you are a shift worker and it's not possible for you, then we can accommodate that. Rule number seven is that you drink your allotted water. You will be given a water prescription and it's imperative that you drink your allotted water per day. You can drink more, but you cannot drink less. Water plays an important role in different functions of our body, and it's also necessary to eliminate toxin from body. 85% of weight loss happens through urine. That's why it's important that you give the body the tools it needs. So water prescription is very important. Rule number eight is very simple to eat one apple a day. You choose one of your daily meal to include your daily apple. Apple is very important because it's a rich source of multivitamin. It may help to reduce uric acid and to balance blood sugar levels. Apple is also a rich source of polyphenols, which may help to reduce LDL, total cholesterol, and to reduce fats around the organs called the visceral fat. Apple is also a rich source of soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is important to feed our healthy gut microbiome, which is responsible for our overall gut health. Soluble fiber also helps to remove toxins from body. That is why eating an apple per day is very important. Let's talk more about insulin. Insulin is a hormone produced by pancreas to balance blood sugar levels. Pancreas is a gland located behind the stomach, and one of its major functions is to produce insulin. This normally happens after we eat and blood glucose to spike. Glucose comes from the food we eat. Insulin acts as a key for the glucose to enter the doors of the cell in our muscles. liver, fat, and other organs where glucose is used for energy. Once the glucose enters the cell, blood sugar levels are regulated back to normal range and also insulin levels go back to normal range. However, when there is too much insulin in the blood, then over time body becomes resistant to it and does not respond to insulin. As a result, glucose is unable to enter the cells effectively and blood sugar levels stay high. The pancreas goes into overdrive and produces more and more insulin to move the glucose out of the bloodstream and into the cells where it's needed for energy. It has adverse effects on the metabolism. When someone is insulin resistant, insulin levels rise in the bloodstream and can be up to 5 to 10 times higher than they should be. This has adverse effects on the metabolism and inhibiting the body's ability to burn fat. When there is high levels of insulin, your cholesterol will be elevated. It also leads to high levels of triglycerides, so the fat concentration in the blood is elevated. When there is high level of insulin, it signals the body to store fat, especially around the abdominal area. This fat, also called visceral fat, and it's especially dangerous because it causes the liver and other organs to become fatty and inflamed. High level of insulin will lead to increased stress hormones, which is your adrenaline and cortisols. High level of insulin will lead to decrease melatonin. This is your sleep hormone. It also decreases your DHEA, so your body's ability to make more hormones inhibits. High level of insulin also reduces human growth hormone. High level of insulin reduces your fat burning hormones, which is called glucagon. So it inhibits your ability to burn fat. This is why it is important to keep insulin low as possible throughout the day to support blood sugar levels, hormonal balance, and to increase your ability to burn fat. This is for those who eat frequent meals throughout the day. Know that every time you eat, your insulin levels go up to some degree. Yes, consumption of more sugar and carbohydrate is going to impact your insulin heavily, whereas your protein and fats not so much. So you see, if you are eating constantly throughout the day, you stay in that fat storing zone because your insulin level is so high and your fat burning hormone goes down. Blue area here represents when your body burns fat for energy. It is when your insulin level is low and your fat burning hormone goes up. In metabolic balance, our goal is to keep you in that fat burning zone as long as possible. This is with metabolic balance. You have much longer ability to burn fat for energy because we give you 3 well-balanced meals per day. Every time you consume a metabolic balanced meal, your insulin should go up and come back down over the course of about 2 hours. So 3 meals a day, it's up for 6 hours. Therefore, your body is fasting or burning fat for 18 hours out of every 24-hour periods. So eating 3 meals a day is very important to keep you in the fat burning zone as long as possible. This is why the exact 3 meals a day is very important. So we constantly manage that insulin response and your body's ability to burn fat for energy. Okay, the program is broken up into 4 phases. So let's go through each phase. Phase number 1 is going to be your 2 days cleanse. This is a very gentle light 2 days bowel cleanse where you expect to have 3 to 5 loose bowel movements. However, it's very manageable and I will coach you through this 2 days cleanse. From there, we move over to phase 2, which is the strict conversion phase for 14 days. This is where for 14 days, you really follow your plan exactly as it's laid for you, using the foods that are specifically designed for you. Again, you will be comfortable. In total, this is your 16 days metabolic balance reset. So phase 1 and phase 2 are your 16 days metabolic reset, and it is the only part of the plan that's just a little bit more restrictive. Then from there, we move you over to phase 3, which is much more relaxed version of phase 2. This is where we bring in weekly treat meal, which means that you can enjoy treat meals like chocolate. Also, we add more food choices, healthy cooking oils, and condiments. It really does become a lot more relaxed because it needs to be realistic. This is where you stay long term. You will stay in phase 3 until you accomplish your desired goals. Keep in mind that your desired goal isn't only means a body composition goal, but it also includes other health parameters like you want to have good energy, good sleep, and mental clarity. I coach my client on what I call the 4 pillars of health. nutrition, exercise, sleep, and stress management. So there will be a protocol for all four of these, and we will work through these together. So phase three is more of a long-term phase to make sure that you can adequately sustain and implement lifestyle changes that last long term. Okay. Then we will move you to maintenance phase, which is really important phase. Again, there will be regular accountability check-ins. We will monitor your progress to make sure that you can comfortably sustain your new lifestyle changes. We will put parameters in place so you will know exactly what to do if you feel yourself slip. So what does a meal plan look like? This is a simple sample meal plan. What lot of my clients says is how much they appreciate that these are completely flexible suggestions. This is not day one, two, three, and repeat, and it's not color coordinated to indicate that what you need to eat in a given day. Instead, it gives you 9 interchangeable options. So every time you have a meal, you have 9 meal options to choose from. So it offers a lot of variety and flexibility. I will further go through your specific individual meal plan with you and explain how to interchange these options with one another. This is a simple sample food list. So you can see you start with a protein food list. For example, this particular client has a number of fish and seafood options. There's meat, poultry option, some yogurt, cheese, legumes, nuts, seeds options for you to choose from for each meal. Usually there will be a consumption of eggs. Again, every nutrition plan is going to be little different based upon your bodily requirement and your chemistry. You are also going to have a vegetable list. Vegetable and lettuce are also part of the same category. Bread, there is always 100% rye bread or crispy rye cracker. I will also share with you where to get the whole grain bread. You also have a fruit list. You have to have your daily apple, but there will be additional fruit choices as well. Some clients also gets additional starch options like oatmeal, usually steel cut and rolled oats or potatoes. Again, based upon your unique chemistry, every individual plan is different. We start with specific meal plan and then we will work together to expand and build it from there. What is metabolic balance success rate? What classifies a successful weight loss plan is that when individual reaches their goal weight and maintains it for 2 years. Metabolic balance has a 60 to 80% success rate. The only program that has a higher than 50% success rate in over 35 countries. Globally, the highest success rate. The next highest is Weight Watchers at 22% in North America. How much weight can I expect to lose? Everybody will respond differently. Our realistic expectation is as follows. It is very realistic to expect to lose 5 to 8% of your total body weight during your first 16 days reset period. That is when your body is reducing inflammation, stimulating enzymes, balancing hormones, and flushing out toxins. After that, 1 to 2% of your total body weight per week. That is optimal to be achieved and is a realistic expectation. Again, 5 to 8% of your total body weight in the first 16 days. And after that, 1 to 2% per week until your goal weight is achieved. Okay, curious to learn more? Let's discuss the flow of consultations, accountability check-ins, and also the pricing of the plan. So this is how our appointments work. Our very first appointment is a discovery call to evaluate your health goals, what you are looking to accomplish. We also evaluate 4 pillars of health and also see if you are ready and eligible for the program. Once you decide to enroll in the program, I will send you the welcome package, including the required intake forms and requisition form to get your blood work done. We will also discuss the schedule for our initial consultation. Once your blood work is completed and your lab results come directly to me through my practitioner portal, also you send me the completed intake forms and other legal forms. I take all the results from your lab and also the information from your medical assessment and intake form. Then I create a profile for you and send it to the Metabolic Balance database in Germany. From there, your plan will be generated and send it to me. Once your plan is generated, then we schedule our first meeting, which is called initial consultation over Zoom or on Google Meet. I will walk you through your plan page by page, step by step, so that you fully understand. We will go over any questions you may have to make sure that you are feeling really comfortable. You will be instructed to fully read your plan a couple of times to make sure that you are ready to implement the plan with confidence. We also select an official start date of the plan. You and I will remain very closely connected, especially during these first 16 days. Also, keep in mind that you have unlimited text and email support throughout the program. Past that, when you have been on your plan in that 16 days reset period, usually about a week and a half in the plan, we will meet over Google again. We will evaluate your results to the date, and that's when we are going to discuss phase 3 because you will implement phase 3 after 16 days reset period. You will be also provided with the supplement protocol if needed. Okay, appointment number 3 will be when you are in week 4 of your phase 3. We will evaluate your progress and make changes accordingly. I will also discuss what type of exercise you should incorporate from now on to expedite your progress. This phase is actually broken down into weekly accountability check-ins. Past that, you will be asked to send your weekly weight measurements until our next appointment. I find that it is so important to monitor your progress and necessary for your success. Fourth appointment is going to be 6 to 8 week mark of the third appointment on the 3 months mark from the starting of the plan. We will meet again over Zoom or Google Meet, evaluate your total result to the date, and also evaluate the changes that has occurred in all 4 pillars, which is your nutrition, your exercise, sleep, and stress management. And there will be a custom protocol for all 4 of those for you. Appointment number 5 is scheduled on as needed basis or on the 6 to 8 week mark from the previous appointment. This appointment is also broken down into accountability check-ins. We have those weekly check-ins to discuss your week and make any adjustments moving forward. Then our last and final meeting is going to be the 6th meeting. This is your week 24 of the plan. So now you have been following the program for 6 months. We will go over how to sustain and stay balanced for life. We will once again, like I said, meet over Google or Zoom meeting. Whether you have accomplished your goals or not quite yet, you will be given a full package outlining the changes in the maintenance phase 4. Review exactly what you do if you feel yourself slipping. I will absolutely make sure that you are completely set for life. So you will have all of the tools that you need to continue your health and wellness journey. So what is included and what does the program cost? You will receive the requisition form for your blood work, a complete custom nutrition plan from Metabolic Balance doctors in Germany. Because in Metabolic Balance, our goal is to make this about you. You are unique, and so your plan has to be unique just like you. Whether you are a picky eater, an emotional eater, or have distinct dietary likes and dislikes that need to be addressed, and above all, your biochemistry. So in Metabolic Balance, we consider each and everything. That is why this program works. You also receive a bioelectrical impedance scale. I am less interested in your total body weight. I want to have a better understanding of the inner body composition, which includes your fat percentage, the visceral fat, that is the fat around your organs, your muscle mass, and your hydration, which is the percentage of water in the body. This is what this scale is going to tell me, and this is what we will use for weekly accountability check-ins. Again, my goal is to ensure that you are successful in losing weight and feeling your best self. That is why I don't believe on short-term solution, and this is not a short-term solution. The minimum I work with my client is for 6 months because my objective is maintenance and long-term success. So you will receive 6 months of personalized one-on-one coaching with me. The other thing is there is no additional cost ever again because you will always have your plan if you ever need to revert back to the plan. After Metabolic Balance plan and with my coaching, you feel confident to follow the plan later in life. Certain diets on the market promote weight loss strategies that are literally impossible to follow long term. This is to me is one of the reasons why Metabolic Balance aligned with me because it removes all the guesswork out and there is no yo-yo effect like other diets in the market. There is only one-time fee to cover the cost of the labs and of course the doctors who put together the plan for you and my coaching. And then from there, you are really truly set for life. The original price of the program was 1,500 Canadian dollars. However, for limited time, it's only for 1,299 Canadian dollars. If you would prefer, I can also split the payment into installments for your convenience. Honestly, I truly believe that this price is very reasonable considering the priceless health values you will receive from the program. What matters most is your health, and it's just a little investment towards your health. Most of my clients say the plan pays for itself within 3 months just by spending less on eating out and on extra grocery. The other thing I will point out is this program is so realistic and easy to follow. I work with so many variations of clients, but one thing they have in common is they are really busy. So they need a simplified nutrition plan that they can integrate into their daily life. Thank you so much for your attention and taking the time to tune into this video. I really look forward to the opportunity to work together. I have, like I said, seen amazing transformation in this program, and it has been life-changing for me to see how amazing it is when you implement the right foods for your biochemistry. Once again, thank you so much for your attention. I am excited to work with you. And if you have any question, feel free to contact me on email, WhatsApp, or direct message me on Instagram. And lastly, my question to you is, are you ready to get healthy and lose weight? Then I am looking forward to helping you achieving your health goals with confidence. Please share this video with your friends and family members who you think can get benefits from this program. Thank you so much and take care.